Welcome to Firebase Release Notes for June, where we cover big and small releases from Firebase. We have 6 topics today, so let's dig in right away. At WWDC 2026, Apple opened the Foundation Models framework to third-party model providers. We've made it possible, in preview right now, to bring Gemini cloud models into the framework delivered through Firebase. If you're already using Apple's Foundation Models framework, switching to Gemini models is a small code change. In addition to allowing your app to generate text, this integration supports grounding with Google Maps or Google Search, multimodal input, tool calling, and more. Take a look at Peter's video to learn more about how you can securely and directly call the Gemini API from your Swift app with Firebase AI Logic. The AI Logic team has been busy. In addition to Apple Foundation models, there's a big update for web developers too. The on-device hybrid API for web is now generally available. This enables production web apps to run local Gemini Nano models in Chrome with an option to dynamically fall back to cloud-hosted Gemini models when the local model isn't available. And now a reminder. As Marina mentioned in last month's release notes, the legacy Imagine model was sunset on June 24th, so you'll want to migrate your image generation features to Gemini Nano Banana. Speaking of Nano Banana, the latest versions of these image generating models are now generally available. The Flash version of this model can even generate images from video. And, pro tip, while you're updating your code to use these new Nano Banana models, consider using remote config so that you can swap out model names in the future without releasing a new version of your app. Now, let's talk about how we are working to make it easier to build apps with Firebase and AI coding agents. This month, we've expanded the Firebase Agent Skills library to include Crashlytics and remote config, helping coding assistants set up these services for you, as well as debug code in your IDE and manage configuration templates. There's also a new SQL Connect Quick Start guide demonstrating how AI agents can generate schema, GraphQL queries, and even a React frontend from a single prompt. Next up, for server-side JavaScript and TypeScript developers, the Firebase Admin Node.js SDK version 14 is officially here. This major release drops support for Node 18 and 20, both of which are now end of life according to the Node.js release cycle. To use the latest version of the Admin SDK, update to Node 22 or higher. Meanwhile, app hosting, Firebase's solution for hosting full-stack web apps, backed by Cloud Run, now joins Cloud Functions for Firebase in supporting automatic base image updates by default. This automatically applies security patches to your Node.js backend without requiring a new rebuild or rollout. One less thing to worry about. Moving on to Firestore, there were some big updates earlier this year about pipelines in Firestore Enterprise, which allow you to run advanced queries. Now, just like the other Firebase client SDKs, Flutterfire has added support for text search in Firestore Pipelines, allowing you to run text searches using the .search pipeline stage. There are also new resources to help you use pipelines more effectively. Check out Morgan's in-depth video explaining collection scans, index scans, and how to verify pipeline query execution using the Query Explainer. And I'll plug my own recent blog post, where I implement live text search in a web app with React and Firestore pipelines. Finally, an important notice for developers using Firebase ML. Firebase ML is officially deprecated and is scheduled for shutdown on June 15, 2027. If you're hosting custom TensorFlow Lite models, you should begin migrating them to cloud storage. And if you're using Cloud Vision APIs through Firebase ML, you should migrate to Firebase AI Logic. Those were all the updates we had for today. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel below. My name is Jeff, and I'll see you on a future episode of Firebase Release Notes.